Real. You got it, bro? I'm gonna give it to you, bro. Welcome back, everybody, to another Figuring Out Friday episode with the Spectacular Four. You got me and your other co-hosts,
Brett,
Michael,
and Mike.
and me, Alex. We're gonna be delving into the topic of a clear state of mind, and we got a little demonstration for you at some point in the episode, where we're gonna all experience something new. I assume, right, guys?
Yep. And you can try this at home too. So this one's a little more hands-on.
But before we go into the demo, we're first gonna talk about what a clear state of mind even is, and I'm gonna just kind of what we did last episode, ask you guys some questions, just so the audience knows like what we're gonna be talking about this episode. So I want to ask each of you, what does a clear state of mind mean to you on a personal level?
For me, I'll start. For me, clear state of mind is like a mindset that helps you to like not get bothered or distracted by distractions that are caused by outside world. And I would say something that you cannot control on everyday basis. I see people around me a lot. They get like distracted and pay a lot of attention to stuff that they can't even control, and they get bothered by it, and all that tension I feel like build up into them. And also when they don't meditate or like sit down and think about their daily life, I feel like that causes a lot of distractions in their life. And I feel like that like keeps you down to actually reaching your potential.
And then I would say for me, um, it's about, since we're living in a world full of distractions, you're going on the opposite trend as the rest of everybody, and you're finding that inner peace, and that can be through, like today's podcast is subject, meditation. It's about refocusing your energy towards something positive. And since everybody's chasing that distraction, you want to focus, um, and basically through that focus, you're eliminating all the other distractions or stress in your life, which many people experience through either work, school, or whatever you guys are dealing with. Wait, can you say the question again?
Oh, I was saying, what does a clear state of mind mean to you on a personal level?
Okay. And then basically for that, it would be basically focusing and staying in the present. And through that, there's the quote where a wandering mind is an unhappy mind.
Mm.
So-
I really like that quote.
Yeah. And people think that just by thinking of happy thoughts or pleasant thoughts that you're going to be happy. But the truth is, the best way to reach that happiness or that goal is by staying in the present. So that's why they don't think of the future or past, but stay in the present.
I definitely agree. I think that clear state of mind means to me on a personal level is when your thoughts are being processed, your priorities are aligned, and all that background noise just becomes like constant. It doesn't distract you from your goals, and you're just completely concentrated on the task at hand, whether it be an exam, an activity, a sport, or it be as simple as just listening or talking to someone, or maybe even this episode. Just talking about that clear state of mind, letting the words flow out of your mouth fluidly and smoothly, because this is what our authentic selves mean.
Yeah, whatever you have on your mind, you focus fully on it. Like if you're eating, then you eat, or you're studying, then you study. You know?
Yeah.
Well, if you were to ask me what a clear state of mind is, I would have to say it's how I am right now. I'm sitting here enjoying the fire, focused on the fire. I can feel the temperature. For me, a clear state of mind is a healthy body, good sleep, because you know what they say, a healthy body is a healthy mind. And with what you said about distractions, when people scroll through TikTok, you can see those videos where they're playing like some type of game while the video is going on, all because people's attention spans have declined over the years, so they can't focus on one thing, and everyone's attention is being split nowadays. So I feel like to have a clear state of mind, you have to have more focus. You gotta not let the distractions get to you and just focus on yourself.
Yeah. Focus on, I would say just focus on a present moment. For me, like I don't believe in past and future. I believe that every step I take in this present moment, it will decide my future. And basically, I'm the scriptwriter of my life. So I don't think that future is already written. I believe that every step that I take in this present moment and whatever happens in this present moment will guide me through my life. That's why I say I just follow the wind. Wherever the wind takes me, I just go there.
It's a unique mindset. I'm sure it benefits you in so many ways.
Yeah, it really does.
And that really does lead me on to my next question is, why do you guys each think that there's such a focus on mental clarity in today's day and age rather than 10 years ago?
I would say like phones and social media, that plays a big role because people get easily distracted. People always try, from what I see on social media, people always try to be someone who they are not and trying to like fit into a lifestyles. Most of them are obviously that like they don't belong into, and that just messes up their whole life. And I feel like having that clear mind and approaching even problems or whatever you gotta do, approaching that with clear mind, that will help you to make the best decision out of it. And I feel like a lot of people don't do that. They base their decisions on someone else's opinion, which I think is absurd.
I would say in today's day and age, I feel like everybody, even the world, is just moving a lot faster than it actually is 10 years ago. So, with that in mind, there's a lot of responsibilities and activities that you're juggling around, and it's hard to sit back and kind of ask permission to slow things down. It could feel like demasculating in a way, but by doing so, you're able to basically uncover that fog that's in your head, and you're able to see what truly matters, what's important to you. And people are just, I feel like they're afraid to slow down and do that. And through certain activities, you're able to basically do what I just reiterated, which a lot of people aren't willing to do since they might find it unappealing or not as important. But just taking 30 minutes in a day to complete this task of meditation or any form of relaxation and stress relief, you're able to complete way more than you're able to through I don't know, doing it every other day or from time to time.
I definitely agree. Kind of like a recap of what you two just said. We live in such a fast-paced environment, like in today's day and age, rather than 10 years ago. And the crazy part is it's going to get even faster as we go on. Technology is always evolving, becoming more and more advanced. And, there's like all the distractions that we have, social media, I'm sure you guys know all about AI. Everything's going to like just kind of pull you in 100 different directions. And where your attention is like, think about your attention is like your best skill. It's your best asset. Because if you can focus all your attention on something productive, you're going to have that productive lifestyle. And that really kind of like, I feel like shows a lot that so many people are focused on the productive mindset and that sense of productivity, but they're not so focused about the balance. And without that balance, that kind of moderation in a sense, you're gonna tire out at some point. It's inevitable, We're not robots, we're not machines, we're humans. And there's so many emotions and processes and thoughts that goes into this. And without that clarity, you can even feel overwhelmed and stuck.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that is like really under stress in today's day and age, as it can take a toll, on your mental and physical health.
Yeah. So you guys basically touched based on what I was gonna say, but I would just add, like, honestly, there's like a lot of like events happening on in the world right now. But with all what you guys said, social media, I feel like is a big part, and technology, especially with AI, seeing how fast it evolved through, like even in the past year, how it evolved. And there's Sora, where they're making like scenes that looks almost like really realistic, and you can't really tell. But
Are you referring to Sora AI?
Yeah, you know about it?
Yeah, I think I was trying to make a cat video once.
Really?
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, with social media, I feel like everyone's attention is being divided, and basically we all have to get back to that state where we can just focus on what's really important. I bet like most of the viewers, maybe our younger audience, if they track their apps and they see TikTok or Instagram Reels, they might see that they have like spending a lot more hours scrolling through those apps than they realize. And maybe for an older audience, it might be YouTube Shorts or Facebook. Well, I feel like for me personally, I put like a time limit on my TikTok app, so it limits me to how much I can scroll the app. I feel like if everyone does something similar, you could really like rein in like how much time you're really putting your effort to like things that won't really help you in life, unless you're looking to the STEM field on TikTok.
Which not much people are on.
Yeah.
It's more of coping, I think. That's why we still have it. I think this is like sort of like almost like a real follow up to the question I just said. I know we just talked about why it's a focus now rather than 10 years ago, but I wanted to ask like your guys' personal opinion. It could be like an assumption, right? There's, I don't want to say trending, but there's a lot of like going around about the topic of spiritual health and that mindfulness and wellness, even in that sense. And why do you think it's like, again, I know I said it, but why do you think it's happening now? Why do you think people are craving this sort of emphasis on these topics?
For me, I mean, I feel like I'm one of those people because, like, I noticed I got overwhelmed by like doom scrolling on TikTok. Like, I would just sit on TikTok for 5 hours straight and not do nothing, just scroll, and I feel like as time passes, I would say like year and a half, I was like that, but I feel like I got overwhelmed, so I decided to like change. And first of all, I started looking for a pace like within myself to like clear my mind and actually like enjoying life that I have and be grateful for every single moment that I spend on this earth. So I would say a lot of people are getting overwhelmed actually, because social media is not just doom scrolling. It's also like all the negative energy that all the negative stuff you see there. It's like you taking that energy from those videos, and actually it interrupts your spiritual field. So it kind of overwhelms you, and a lot of people actually can't handle that uh, negative stuff. So that's why I would suggest people to actually sit down and start learning how to like clear the mind and actually find peace within themselves. And I feel like I've seen a lot of like our age people are actually like looking into their religion, no matter it's Christianity, Islam, Buddhism. Like it helps to find peace. So I would say yes. If that's what helps, I would say yeah, just go with it and find peace within yourself.
Yeah, and adding on to that, it's a lot of social media is what's on your algorithm and how you interact with it. So through that, you're really focusing your energy on the wrong things instead of what's important to you in life. So just by maybe through a detox of just like staying off of social media, or like just uh, manipulating what you're looking at is like a great like help to your everyday life, and how you use information that you take in, but also just again slowing down in life. And not everything that's fast is a good thing. So by slowing down, you're able to basically regain that self that you have, and again lifting up that fog, and like finding what you have inside you, because you're not like arguing with yourself in your head, and you're just focusing on like the right things. Um, yeah.
Well, honestly, I don't know about you guys, but when I, like Mike said, when I doom scroll on TikTok, I would feel like absolutely terrible after. Like I just completely wasted my time instead of doing something productive. And honestly, I'm on healing your way because I want to make a change and do better. So yeah, I just wanna. I felt like I needed to make that change now because there's like a lot of stuff going on in the world, and everyone deals with different things. But I feel like we all need to take the time to like center ourselves and like get back to like truly like what we want to do and what our goals are. So because if we don't achieve those goals now, then when will we? You know, like this, like I feel like the prime of our lives. So I feel like if we have something we want to achieve, then might as well do it now than later.
I definitely agree with you. And even as we are right now in a group setting, we're hearing others talk about and searching for that clarity. And I feel like that only provides support that, we're not alone dealing with this, and give that encouragement. I know it's like a given answer, but giving that encouragement as well as seeking that same balance in their own lives.
Yeah.
I think that leads off to like a last introduction question, and it's going to be all unique answer for all of us. Can you guys like share a moment where you personally realized that value of, mental clarity?
Well, for me, for one, um, in my religion, we do a lot of like praying and chanting. Um, like if you're an Indian, then I guess you would know like the common chant or mantra Om. We would chant that during our prayers, and I feel like that's like really calming because um, saying Om, like the chant, is like the one thing that we're focused on. It clears your head, and we're gonna be doing something similar. It for me.
And I would say for me, it has to do with like juggling my schoolwork, training, and even like relations with other people. And it can all become like a big distraction or like a huge responsibility to deal with on the daily. When instead, I would probably much rather just sit in bed and scroll through TikTok all day. But but instead of that, I choose to complete those tasks, and it feels rewarding, or I'm making progress. But at the same time, it's like your mental is like really like scattered all over the place, and you don't know where to recollect yourself. So through like again the meditations that we're gonna do today, that's not the Om, but other self-guided one, you're able to refocus that energy, and um, basically find yourself again and what's important. Uh, yeah.
But there are other ways to do that too. I'm sure you guys probably experienced this, but focusing your energy and emotions towards a task, like say the gym. Like a lot of people after a bad breakup, they focus all their energy and focus in the gym. towards like a productive task. And I feel like that's another way that people cope too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not just through meditation. I would just even say, I know I mentioned training as one of my daily tasks to do, but it does feel like a big stress relief for me just to get into that gym. I'm able to focus on what's at hand and not like everyday struggles. So in a way, that is like another form of like self relaxation.
I definitely relate to you, Michael. I have a lot going on in my life, and uh, if you think about, I think if I thought about everything at once, I think my mind would probably collapse. But something as simple, right, as an assignment for a class, or even you could take an exam, right? You're not going to think about what you're going to eat tomorrow, right, or what you're going to hit in the gym during that exam, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a perfect example. You're not going to think about, what's going to go on with this person and this person, what's going to go down with this person and this person, or whatever relationship issues you might have gone through or dealing with. You're not going to think about that, right, during the exam, because you're presented with the given task, and your attention should be just for that task at that given moment, because that's where you're at. And everyone has their priorities. I think us as 4 college kids, our priorities should be academics should be one of the top ones, and but there's obviously other priorities going on in our life, and so you can't be giving attention just to one thing, right? Because you know there's only so much mental health you can have without physical health. So just like Michael was saying, the gym is just equally as important,
Yeah,
and
just like your muscles need a break, your brain needs a break too.
like when you go to the gym, you're not going to think about, what did I learn in OChem or in biochem, right?
Yeah.
You're going to be thinking about,
Nah, hell no.
you're going to be thinking about, yeah, I need like this time to like detox from that, give myself a little break, and then I'm going to go back to that when I'm ready to go back.
Yeah, I mean, me, like I would say, you said where did I find that clear state of mind, right? Where did I find it? So for me, I would say, like I was overthinking about stuff at the first that actually I couldn't control, and you know that feeling when like you keep repeating something in your mind, but actually can't do nothing about it. I feel like I said before, a lot of people actually don't know how to control that, and it gets to them. So I decided to like a lot of people might call it like nonchalant gimmick, but I'm just I'm just type of guy like it is what it is, and if I control it, I just get it out of my head and actually do something that I can control. Also, like the I would say the thing that messes a lot of people is making assumptions, and that frequency that you put yourself on. I would say, like when you start assuming something, let's say mm, the example would be like you think that I would say just I'll give my example. Like in a college, we had one guy we were actually friends with like first 2 years, and we were good friends. But this guy suddenly popped out and started having beef with us, me and Prithvi here, and so we started assuming that this guy actually has something going on with us, like beef. So ever since that, like every time we met him, we only like pay attention to something negative that he has to say about us. Like we throughout the whole conversation, we only pick that stuff up. And I would say like making assumptions actually changes your frequency of how you approach the situation and like that connection with a person. And I would say like people gotta stop making assumptions, or they better start making assumptions that are good for them, because that's the that's the frequency you get back. Whatever frequency you give out, that frequency bends over you. And actually, there are a lot of explainings if you want to see about that, of how frequency actually shapes your life and how you can approach stuff. So I decided to change my own frequency and just go with it is what it is flow. So I just stopped making assumptions about people and stuff.
Yeah, and also as like a cherry on top, like a moment that switched, at least for me, I can probably say the same for the 3 guys here, because we're all 20, 21. Once you hit like your 20s and early 20s, it's like a whole completely different ball game to when you were a teenager. So now that you're an adult, you got to start acting like one and thinking like one. So all the responsibility that you thought was originally hard gets even harder, and you just have to life hits you harder, and you just got to know how to stand up on your own 2 feet, and everything's moving way faster. So just through meditation or just like other methods of self-calming, you're able to step back, and that's when it's more important like than ever is finding that like life balance through those
Right.
methods.
That's pretty heartfelt.
Thank you.
But I wanted to talk about, with clear state of mind. I feel like a word that comes to mind when you say that is meditation, right? And I know Mike and I are Orthodox, and Michael here is a Buddhist, and you're Hindu, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know Mike and I, in our Orthodox Christianity, we do a lot of prayers, and that clearly is like, a clear state of mind. Because you're focused on that task, you shouldn't be thinking about anything else when you're saying a prayer. I wanted to ask you guys if you guys have like a similar sort of thinking or anything different you guys might.
I feel like there are like a bunch of similarities between all religions, and I feel like that would be one of them, for me at least.
At least for me in Buddhism, in my family at least, there's like kind of a split because there's a lot of meditation involved in Buddhism, and a lot of times you're offering that time that you spent meditating, offering up to the Buddha. But for the other split half of the family, they might just use meditation. They still believe in Buddhism, but they use meditation as more of that like self-guidedness, that self-clarity type of thing. So not always offering it up to the Buddha, but more for yourself.
I mean, that's what alignment's about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do believe that prayer is a like form of meditation, because during prayer I feel like that's the closest you can get to finding peace within yourself. And during prayer, like, you kind of forcing yourself to like actually calm down, relax, and like reflect on yourself and what you want to do with your life. Because prayer is one of the forms where people actually like sit down and, I guess, ask their God for something they want, or maybe even like being grateful for everything they have in their life. And like, I'm one of those people. Like, I start with my day and end with my day with like grateful prayer, and telling my God that I'm grateful for whatever He has given, and it actually helps me to calm down. And then I go from prayer into like meditation, and actually helps me, even maybe even like I might pass out during meditation and fall asleep, or it helps me calm down. But in the morning, like, when you start your day grateful, like, you keep that frequency throughout your day, and like you don't let anything like bother you, you know? You actually enjoy every second of it.
Definitely agree. And I know Prit here has something special planned out for us, right?
Oh yeah.
So Prit, you mind giving the audience, a little bit of background on what we're going to go under?
So meditation is all about introspection and extroception. So introspection is looking in within yourself, and the other one, the latter, is sensing the outside of your body. So that would be your environment, and within oneself would be feeling your heart rate, temperature, feeling of your skin, and stuff like that. And the way you breathe, like, you can use breathing techniques towards meditation, and that's what we're going to be doing today. But the way you breathe during this also impacts you. So strong and deep inhales will actually make you more alert, and strong and deep exhales will actually put you in a parasympathetic state and give you a de-stress. So depending on which one you want to emphasize on, it can affect you in different ways. And this also ties in with circadian rhythm. So if you do meditation at sunset, then you will actually put your body in a parasympathetic state, which will actually prep you for sleep, increase your melatonin levels, which in circadian rhythm makes you more sleepy. And if you do it in sunrise, while your cortisol levels are high, it will also increase your sympathetic system and give you more energy from the sunlight and make you more alert for the day ahead. And another thing about meditation is that overall the effects it's not mostly about the duration, but it's mostly about consistency. So with consistency, a lot of people experience better memory, better handling of emotions, better alertness, focus, and this is because a lot of people. I don't know if anyone's been to a meditation class, but a lot of people will tell you when you're meditating to close your eyes, and this is because when you close your eyes, you're closing your senses, your sense of sight off from the world, and this will automatically put you in interoception because with your eyes closed and losing one of your senses, you're more focused on like what you feel, like what's going on inside your body. But meditation is all about the balance between extroception and introception. Introception, if you have too much of one or the other, it can affect you negatively even. Too much introception will make you anxious and like stuff like that. But like too much extroception will make you like too unfocused and like too focused on what's going around you instead of looking inside. And what meditation does and switching between the two senses is it actually trains your neuroplasticity and your brain and your brain neurons. And this training will actually strengthen your brain, and you'll be able to switch will actually train both sides of your brain.
Yeah, I saw from somewhere, introspection, you're more of the type of a person who self-analyzes or like in deep thoughts, where extroception, you like the noise or chasing that distraction. So depending on what type of person you are, you might want to opt out and switch into like kind of tap into that other side to get more of a balance. And again, focusing on both sides of the brain instead of just one.
And all this is about really is the perception control. And one way during meditation to tune in, since you're closing your eyes, you're more into introception. One way to focus on extroception is there's a meditation technique called body scanning. So while you're meditating, you focus on different parts of your body and try to focus like what you're feeling, like the hair follicles, like you could feel the clothes on your skin, maybe the cool wind, like it's pretty cold outside right now. You could feel the wind on your skin, and maybe you could even focus on an object and zone out, just focus on the object. But this switching over between both senses will actually, on long term, increase your focus and control over your senses.
Yeah. And leading off that, I would kind of ask you guys too, like before we start the meditation, of course, what type of person are you? More like intro or extra?
I mean, I like silence and peace during my meditation, but like I would say I've been pretty consistent. So like you can meditate even when you're walking or doing some tasks. Like depends on it. I would not suggest doing it while driving, but like well, let's say if I'm cooking, like that frying sound on the pan, sometimes you can use that just to tap in like couple minutes and just to reflect on your day or meditate and clear your mind. So it's just being about consistent, and like the more consistent you are, the easier you can tap into that flow state that people might call. And yeah, that's my side.
What was the question? Was more like intro or extra?
Like more into, are you like
Intuitive? Yeah,
into it,
into
like
stuff.
gathering energy inside yourself, or like focusing outside?
Yeah.
I always been a advocate for the outside part. I just always like I think just like a personal thing because I come from a pretty international background. So I've always been curious of, learning new things and where people are from and new things and new cultures. So for me, it's sort of like a curiosity lens, always seeking for more.
For me personally, I would say I'm like you. I'm more perceptive to the outside. Ever since I was a kid, like I can't sit still. I'm always fidgeting my legs, like tapping my legs and stuff like that. My mom always yells at me for it because she says it's bad luck. But when I was a kid, I used to have a fidget spinner, and I always be spinning it in class too. I know, and that's why I got banned. But other than that, but I don't know. Some of us have been to meditation classes, and they tell you to focus through your forehead, also known as
that third
the
eye.
the third eye or the mind's eye. And this because like in that area you have like the prefrontal cortex. It's like behind the, it's like in the front of the brain. But what this does is basically like what it does is controls cognitive and emotions. So cognitive is like decision making, thoughts, and stuff like that. And it actually can control emotions too, like different parts of the brain. Like I don't know if you guys are aware of the amygdala. That's a boss in Dark Bloodborne. But what the amygdala and the brain does is that it sends signals of fear and even aggression. And what the prefrontal cortex is that it controls like stuff like the amygdala, so that when someone, let's say, takes your pencil, you don't get so angry you beat them up. You just ask for it back. So that's what the prefrontal cortex does. And yeah, so that's why people tell you to focus there. Also, in the prefrontal cortex, there's a lack of sensory neurons. So when you focus there, you don't actually like sense anything. And because of that, when you focus in the area, you tend to think about more like your thoughts and your emotions while you're focusing in the area as well, which a lot of people do during meditation in order to control your emotions and focus and look deep inside of yourself.
Would you say it's like also kind of linked to enlightenment? Because I know a lot of the time when people talk about that third eye in the middle at your forehead, they link that with enlightenment.
Yeah. So I feel like if you're able to focus on that stuff and clear any other outside distractions, like material distractions, like I know in Buddhism that's a big thing.
Yeah, that's
Focusing on yourself and like trying to elevate like your mind. I know it's your brain is one of the chakra points too, right?
yeah.
Elevating that space would like bring you like I feel like to a higher spiritual level, where you're purely just focused on your well-being and just being like a helpful and good person, like where whatever you do, it's more about helping yourself and others, and you don't have like any selfishness, and you're just in tune and in control of yourself.
So you want to guide us into the group meditation?
Yeah, I can do that.
And for those watching, you guys can join us too.
Yeah, I would suggest just putting on some type of frequencies on YouTube, and like it help personally. It helps me to tap into that clear state of mind and like calm my mind down. So if you guys would find that and try this at home, I would say it will help you relax.
Yeah, and we're sitting down, but feel free to lay down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can lay down,
Yeah.
just find somewhere comfortable, get a pillow, heck, go to your bed if you want to.
Yeah.
But before we start, I just want to say, like, this is a good first step into looking like within yourself, finding your inner peace, your inner world. And if you're going to start anywhere and you want to check out meditation, then why not start now? So, use your breath as an anchor and feel grounded within yourself. I just want everyone to close their eyes for a second. Find a comfortable spot where you can relax, turn off any distractions, where you won't be disturbed. Now get comfortable in a seated or lying down position. Close your eyes. Begin to notice your breath. You have chosen to take the time to honor yourself in a positive light and bring mindfulness to the way that you live. Strengthen the connection between your body and your mind. You have chosen to build a skill of mindfulness and living in the present. Without making any changes to your breath, notice how it flows in through the nose. It fills up your body with life. Follow the flow of the air. Feel it in every single cell of your body. Notice how your chest and abdomen rise and fall naturally as your breath goes in and out. This breath is your anchor, and it will keep you rooted in the present moment. When you focus on your breath, you're always focused in the present because you cannot get back a past breath, and you can't breathe in a future breath between a future moment. As you continue to stay with the breath and you encourage the present moment, allow it to flow out and release any physical and emotional tension that you have with each exhale. Allow the awareness of your breath to spread throughout your body. Feel your muscles sink into the seat like butter on hot asphalt. Watch your body as you're an observer. Begin to deepen each breath in and out. As your breath fills you up more fully, focus your attention on the stillness that becomes between the inhale and the exhale. Allow the stillness to last a little longer, pausing, holding momentarily between the inhale and exhale. Inhale, pause, exhale, pause. Feel the tension melt away from your body to be gone forever. Give yourself permission to be supported by your surroundings. Trust your body to your surroundings. Be one with your surroundings. Give your mind time to be quiet. Let the responsibilities of the world turn off and let your stress melt away. In a moment, continue your practice of awareness and bring your awareness to your physical body in order to relax every part of your body. Find the movement of your head and follow it all the way down to your feet. As you feel each part of your body, bring your awareness to that body part. Notice how that part feels without judgment, without tension. Relax that part deeply. Focus. Now turn your attention to the top of your head. Visualize your scalp, your head, hair follicles, and then relax. Progressively release each muscle, every one, small to large, from your head to your toes. Notice how powerful the sense of your body is, and just how a thought in your mind can relax your body deeply. Feel your forehead soften and smooth. Your eyebrows and your eyes melting on your face. The tiny muscles around your eyes releasing. Heavy eyelids. Slow breathing. Your cheeks are softening. Your jaw unclenched. Your tongue relaxed. Your throat is softening. And your neck is letting go of any tension. You feel your shoulders relax, drooping at your sides. You feel the warm comfort moving down your body in a progressive relaxation, spreading throughout your body to every corner. The meltation from your shoulders to your hands, flowing out your body to your fingertips. With each breath, notice the contraction and expansion of your abdomen and your chest as you begin to feel heavy. Allow your chest muscles to relax completely and know that you are fully supported. Your cradle has got you. Notice as your breath continues to relax deeper and deeper. slower and slower. Whatever sensations do you notice at this moment, focus on that sensation. Let it take over your body. Focus, notice that your breath, your physical body, and feeling of your surroundings is the perfect, powerful tool of relaxation. Feel your body releasing tension from your lower back and your hips. Your thighs are heavy and sink into the surface below you. Your knees are softening and your calves melting. As your body continues to rest heavy, your ankles and feet, let go of any remaining tension that your body feels. You are completely relaxed, safe, and supported. Now you are drifting into a deep state of relaxation, letting yourself go. As you continue to focus on your breath and your physical body, follow the sound of my voice on this journey of relaxation. Take notice of any thoughts that come into your mind. Simply acknowledge that thought and allow your breath to carry it away into the wind, almost spirit it away. As you continue to relax, use your imagination and see yourself. I would like to see myself on a beach, on an island. The sand feels so soft beneath me. This is an island just for you. The sand supports you perfectly, molding your body. You can hear the waves crashing on the beach. You can feel the sun on your skin. This is the most perfect and comfortable place just for you. When you safely spend your days and you drift off on this island. Peaceful, quiet, just you. You see this place in vivid detail. You are happy, calm, and you are at peace. Feel the temperature around you. Feel the temperature running on your skin. This place may be a place that you've been to before, or one that only exists in your imagination. A place that you can always go back to. You are always happy and at peace here. It's perfect. See yourself in this peaceful place, taking in all your surroundings, using all your senses. Hear the sounds, smell the smells, the salty smell in the air, the seagulls chirping. Notice that in this place, nothing bad can happen, no harm. You are completely in control. I am simply your guide here. In this deep state, incredible state changes can happen within your subconscious mind. In this place, you are more in touch with your true self than you've ever been before. You are completely relaxed in this happy place. This is your true self. In just a moment, I'm going to count down from 10 to 1. And as you do, allow yourself to relax completely into yourself. Feel comfortable in a special place. Feel your surroundings. Feel yourself melting into the sand. Feel the indent into the ground. Each number you hear brings you deeper into comfort. As I begin to count, you will relax. 10. Letting go completely. 9. You are deeply relaxed. 8. You feel yourself released. Stress, tension, troubles of the world. 7. Your entire body is softening. 6. Give yourself permission to let go. 5. Drifting down deeper, deeper, and deeper. 4. Your relaxation continues to double with each number. 3. 2. Deeper into comfort. 1. You're all the way into a deep state of relaxation. As you continue to relax, enjoy your peaceful place. I'll give you some suggestions. These suggestions are in your best interest, and they support you on your journey to your personal truth and lead you skillfully and honestly. With these suggestions sailing into the deepest part of your subconscious, you'll be wonderfully surprised on your self-confidence as it increases every passing day because you're connected to yourself in your mind's eye and you're choosing to live mindfully, honestly, and peacefully. Take time to slow down and listen to your own needs, your own desire, and your personal purpose. Choose to be mindful and stay in the present, especially during challenging and stressful times. Choose to connect with what is true to you. Connect with your emotions that arise. You have all the tools you need to take care of yourself and relax. And you choose to use these tools to support your growth, to reach heights that you would never have thought you could have reached before. You gain the confidence to grow and be a better version of yourself every day. More and more, each day is passing, you will experience an increase in self-confidence and your connection to what is true in your heart, in your mind. Become more and more convinced in your own ability and your judgment to live in alignment with your personal truth, values, beliefs, and alignment. Every day you're improved, every day you're better, every day you're stronger. Your connection with yourself, your spirit, and your personal truth is stronger. Every choice you make is towards your personal development. You're okay with making mistakes. And you know you'll have the opportunity to learn, to grow, and to appreciate every single time that you have. You believe you're exactly where you need to be in your journey to life. You can continue to take time to be mindful and aware of your feelings and emotions and your true self. You know, to be happy and fulfilled, you must connect to what is true to you. You are able to find happiness in all things of life. You take time every day to experience moments of gratitude. Your thoughts are positive and give you confidence to grow your life to the fullest. You feel enthusiasm and confidence in everything that you do. You know that with this drive you, confidence and positive thinking are heightened. You can get through any potential tough situation. All you need is to believe in yourself and to practice loving kindness and compassion to yourself and to the world. You're prepared to be mindful in your life, but live your life to the fullest. You are strong enough to face your emotions clearly, with a clear head, with a sound mind, and with an exorbitant body. You take care of yourself, and you redound yourself into a more happier, careful, and energetic person. You are a powerful person, and you inspire feelings of success and wellness that breaks through to a new person every day, building on itself. You love yourself, you accept yourself, and you choose to take time every day to strengthen your own natural ability to create patterns that work best for you in your life. You choose to be the person that you want to be. In your mind, repeat after me. I am enough. I take time to connect to what is true to me. I am strongly connected to my heart and my feelings. I am worthy of love and success and everything good that comes my way. I practice loving kindness and compassion for myself, and I'm able to expand that outwards. I find time to find stillness, to listen to my needs, and to find my truth. I am open to the positive possibilities that may come my way. I am grateful to accept everything that comes my way, willing to learn and let go of any negative thoughts that do not serve you. Let go of your past negativity, replace it with positive thoughts and gratitude towards becoming a better person every day. You believe that you become strong and confident in your life. You see your limiting behaviors and your beliefs disappear. Self-doubt and fear are things of the past. You trust your instincts and abilities because you're connected to your true self. You're confident, you're strong, and now that you're connected with your true self, you're amazingly unstoppable, feeling forever proud of yourself. You are a shield, and your body is your cocoon. You are safe. When I get to 5, you will awaken from your state of relaxation and be in the present moment. Be relaxed, get energized, and become confident. When you awaken, you will feel this way. 1. You're beginning to come out of your state of comfort. Bring your awareness to the present moment and to the sounds around you, to the surface below you, to the wind in your ear. 2. You're feeling relaxed. Begin to bring some gentle movements to your body. 3. Your mind is clear and confident, feeling wonderful, emotionally calm, and at peace. 4. You feel the strength of your confidence and you believe in yourself. 5. Open your eyes. You are fully awake and energized. Thank you so much for listening. Everybody, have a wonderful day. I hope this helped you somewhat. How are you guys feeling after this meditation?
I feel great, man. I feel like I reached to a point where I could just look at all the thoughts going into my head like as a clouds. That's how I approach it. Like as a clouds, and I just pick one thought and just put my mind onto it. And I was able to actually like focus on one thing. And if I wanted to change my thought, I would just go into second one. And like all the thoughts was not just, you know, chaotic. I was actually calm and focused on one thing.
So this really worked for you?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, we said this at the beginning of the episode. It was pretty chilly, so the coldness really did get to me. But at one point, I could feel like the fire on my skin, and that really helped me soothe my emotions as I was really like moving around a lot when you first started speaking. I think towards the end, I did find that calmness and soothness, and I feel a lot more calm and confident right now.
That's really good. I feel like that was a great balance of extroception of feeling the heat from fire and introception of feeling what's inside of you.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
And then for me, since I'm introception, I wanted to really focus on extroception, but I had sort of a balance of the two. So throughout your guided meditation, I was laughing a couple of times, but
I think I laughed one time too, so it was all good.
yeah, no problem. But sort of like Pickle, I was able to see like myself in a third person perspective. But instead of swiping, I was kind of lost in it, but also at the same time feeling that heat of the fire. And I'm able to, and just for reference, I take really short breaths, like maybe a quarter of what my full breath should be. So through this, I really felt the air rush into every cell of my body, and it felt really cold. But at the same time, I felt really like in the present. And you said to think of yourself of a setting of where you wanted to be, and I followed your guidance, and I was at the beach, kind of like in my hometown,
Mm-hmm.
and I just felt the sun gaze. So I was sun gazing.
A place that's close and familiar to you.
Yeah, felt really at home. So I was sun gazing, but my bare feet was on that beach sand. So I was getting that sun gazing and that grounding in my head.
And yeah, I'm really cold. I can already imagine the warmth from the sand.
Oh, this is the sun right here, baby. So yeah, I felt a lot of things.
So I'd recommend it. It was a really good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recommend everyone who try this out to look within yourself and figure out how you felt during the meditation. And maybe I don't know about everyone else, but I think some of us might explore more meditation options in the future, and I recommend you guys to do the same. We might even do another episode where we do another meditation technique. If anyone wants to recommend one that they tried out and they feel like would be beneficial to share with everyone else.
Yeah, and definitely I would say, like look into the different types of meditation and just, I guess, go with your flow and whatever works for you. Like this was around like 20 minutes, I would say. But if this felt like long for you, there are shorter meditations that you can do, and I would definitely suggest to look into it. And if you guys want to help, or you can reach out to us, and maybe we can put you on different type of meditations, because there are meditations out there that like you can only get into like throughout the connections, because they actually look at those type of meditations as sacred, and they don't allow like outside sources to bother them, you know. So if you guys want any help with that, definitely reach us out at Healing Your Way, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Rumble, YouTube, wherever you guys feel like using.
And I think that wraps it up for today's episode. Right?
Yeah.
Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next Friday.
Have a
See you
wonderful
guys.
night.